Hi guys, for today's DIY, I'm going to be showing you room decor that you can make with mason jars. Mason jars are really affordable. They're $1 or less at your local craft store, or you can also find them at your local dollar store. I tried to make something to fit everyone's style, whether that be rustic, girly, or a little bit more modern. I hope one of these will work for your room, and if you want to learn how to make them, then just keep on watching. Starting off with these rustic mason jars, here's what you will need. 3 mason jars, a foam brush, sandpaper, white paint and the color of your choice, I chose blue, and some flowers. Starting off, just take your white paint and your blue paint or whatever color you chose and mix that together to create the lightest color out of all the 3 mason jars because you kind of want a little bit of variation. So you're just going to go ahead and remove the lid and then take the paint and apply a nice even layer to the mason jar. It can be streaky, that's totally fine. Just make sure there's no like clumps. And also do not forget to paint the rim of the lid. Now just repeat the process for the next one, but basically we're going for a gradient effect or like an ombre effect, so make sure you compare the last color and make sure that this color is just a tad bit darker, not too much of a difference, but a little bit darker than your last one, and just go ahead and apply an even layer again like you did before. And for the last one, you're just going to take the paint color straight out of the bottle and apply an even layer. You don't have to add any white to the last one because we are going for that gradient effect. Once you've let the paint dry, you're going to take your sandpaper and you're going to go ahead and just remove some of the paint with the sandpaper, and this is just going to give it a more of a rustic or vintage look. And yeah, just repeat the same process on all of them, removing as much paint as you would like. The last step is to add the flowers. Now you just want to take the flower and kind of measure next to the mason jar on how tall you want the flower to be. Go ahead and take your scissors and cut the plastic around the wire, and then go ahead and bend the wire back and forth and it breaks off super easily. Repeat this process for all 3 jars and with all of your flowers, and then you are all done. Here's what the finished product looks like. I love the way they look on my new bedside table. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see an updated room tour. Moving on to this sparkly makeup brush holder, here's what you will need to make this. A mason jar, beads or crystals, Mod Podge glue, glitter, and a paintbrush. Start off by pouring the glue onto a plate or tray, that way you don't make a mess. Remove the lid of the mason jar and you just need the outer part of the lid for this. Go ahead and take your paintbrush and paint a nice coat of the glue onto the outer part of the lid. Go ahead and pour a generous amount of glitter. You can always pour the excess back in, and then let that dry. Once it's dry, you want to take some hairspray just to seal in the glitter and spray that onto the lid. Then you're going to add your decorative beads or crystals and go ahead and put the lid back on, and you're all done. Lastly, just go ahead and add your favorite makeup brushes and you're all done with your new makeup brush holder. I also have a DIY on this spike tray that I will link down below for you guys. Last but not least, I'm going to show you how to make these mason jar picture frames. They are super simple. All you need is plain mason jars with no logos and stickers, pictures, or magazine cutouts. You're just going to take the jar and remove the lid. And then you're gonna take your sticker or your picture or your magazine cutout and you're just gonna put a slight bend and then just put it inside the mason jar, and it looks like a super cool kind of modern looking picture frame. I really like the way that it looks, but when you're doing this, be very careful that you don't bend your picture too much because you can put a wrinkle in it, so be very careful when you're doing that. But it's as simple as that, and you have these 2 cool looking picture frames. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I know to do more DIY videos. If you decide to recreate any of these, I would love to see them. Make sure to tweet me a picture or tag me on Instagram at Laguna Beach Love. I will have my Twitter and Instagram linked down below. I will also have the song featured in this video linked down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my other DIY videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!